सो लेट अस मूव फॉरवर्ड्स, आगे बढ़ते हैं और वी विल ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड हमने अब तक क्या देखा कि व्हाट आर वृत्तिस. वी हैव अंडरस्टूड व्हाट आर डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ वृत्तिस. इन वृत्तियों का निरोध कैसे किया जाता है, हाउ टू कंट्रोल दिस वृत्तिस बाय अभ्यास एंड वैराग्य. नाउ वी विल सी व्हाट इज संप्रज्ञात समाधि. What exactly is the meaning of Sampragyat Samadhi? So in the first chapter, 17th Sutra, Maharishi Patanjali, he talks about Sampragyat Samadhi. So he says, Vitark Vichar Ananda Asmita Anugamat Sampragyatah. So what he says, Vitark, that is, which has got Tark, that is Savitark and Nirvitark. So, vitark means with reasoning, and savitark means with reasoning, and nirvitark is without reasoning. Then he talks about vichar. So, what is vichar? Vichar is your reflection, savichar, and nirvichar. So, rational thinking or completely state where you reach nirvichar, where there are no thoughts. Then he talks about anand. So anand is nothing but bliss or the joy. Asmita is literally, the meaning of asmita means I-ness or I amness, or pure sense of or feeling of one's existence. Anugama means following or accompaniment or association, and sampragyat, that means known in its totality and its all the details. So Maharishi Patanjali, he talks what is Sampragyat. Sampragyat means it has got 4 different stages: Vitark, Vichara, Ananda, Asmita, and so these are the 4: Vitark, Vichar, Ananda, and Asmita. So now let us see one by one what is the meaning of this particular sutra, even though we'll be learning in detail about Savitark and Nirvitark in the coming sutras, which we will see maybe after 10-15 sutra. But this is just an outline exactly what is the meaning. So Sampragyat means with pragya, known in its totality and in its all the details. Now that Sampragyat Samadhi is composed of 4 component stages, which are reasoning, deliberation, bliss, and pure sense of I-ness. Because after asmita, once you get asmita, that gives you the impression that you have achieved this state. Or sampragyat or the Yog Pradesh, the sphere of yoga, is composed of 4 sub-regions or sub-spheres with the association to evil thinking, good thinking, bliss, and pure sense of I amness. So Sampragyat means it is a state of samadhi where there is a reasoning, where there is a total reflection or control of all the reflections. Then ultimately I amness of what you have achieved, and then once that also dissolves, then Ananda. Now this whole thing can happen only when you have the object of meditation. That means there is a bij in your meditation. So this whole thing will come under Sabij Samadhi. So practice and detachment, that is your Abhyas and Vairagya, develops 4 types of Samadhis. So with the practice of Abhyas and Vairagya, you develop 4 types of Samadhi. And the first is self-analysis, synthesis, bliss, and experience of pure being. So here a distinction is recognized between the seer and the seen. There is a clear distinction between the seer and the seen, because ultimately we have to realize the state where seer, seen, and the process of seeing that becomes one. So Sampragyat Samadhi consists of Vitark, that is engrossment in analysis, with Tark, and ultimately it should end up in Nirvitark, which are engrossment in reasoning, Anand is experience a state of bliss and Asmita is experience the state of I-ness or pure being or I amness. So Vitark is an act of involvement by deliberate thinking and study which leads to the final point or the root of the meditation. So Vitark is an act of involvement by deliberate thinking and study. So deliberately you will be performing that practice which will lead to the final point or the root cause. It is an attempt to distinguish the cause from the effect. It will help you to understand the cause and the effect, a process of judicious experimental research from the gross to the subtle. Because with the reasoning only you will be able to understand what is the meaning of gross and what is the meaning of subtle. Intellectual analysis is very much needed in this. So Vitark Sampragyat being a function of the brain produces relative conditioned knowledge. It is gross and lacks refinement. It is further divided into deliberation, Savitark, where there is a reasoning, and Nirvitark, where all the different things are without any deliberation. So Savitark and Nirvitark. So Samadhi can be understood with an example of bow and arrow. When an archer pierces the arrow, he enters the sthul or the physical element. When an arrow enters inside anything, first it will pierce the sthul or the physical element. तो जैसे ही आपका तीर जाएगा तो तीर जो होगा बाहरी सतह को पहले भेदेगा. Then he enters the सूक्ष्म, then he enters inside the subtler elements. तो बाहरी सतह के बाद ही अंदर जो सूक्ष्म है उसको वो भेद कर सकता है. So when the archer pierces the arrow, he first enters the sthul or physical element and then he enters the sukshma or subtle part of it. Same way samadhi also happens. So when you start the physical or the external element, and then once you pierce that, then only you will understand what is there inside. So when a yogi tries to understand and experience the five great elements, that is Prithvi, Agni, Jal, Akash and Vayu Vishyas. So Vishyas which are related to this Panch Mahabhutas. So once these Vishyas are meditated upon, so naturally they will develop their sound, their meaning and their knowledge. So when a yogi tries to understand and experience the five great elements, that is your Prithvi, Agni, Akash, Jal and Vayu, Vishyas, along with the physical Indriyas, where Indriyas are also involved, he is at Vitark Anugat Samadhi. So he is at the level of Vitarka Anugat Samadhi, and this, wherever involvement of all these things are there, that means there is a presence of Savitark, and when there is no involvement of all this, then it is a Nirvitark. So when a yogi enters little more deeper from the grosser to the subtler and experiences the Vishyas of subtler forms or Tanmatras, it is called Vicharanugat Samadhi. When a yogi further goes deep in his meditation and experiences the more subtler nature of Tanmatras, so once from the physical body Panchma Bhautik to Tanmatras, now it is entering inside the deeper part of the Tanmatras, Indriyas, their sources, and is able to discriminate the Sattva Pradhan Ahamkar Vishaya. So when he is able to discriminate the Sattva Pradhan Ahankar, then he is at the Anand Anugat Samadhi. When yogi is present in his Ananda state, clears discrimination between pure consciousness, Chitta and Ahankar, Bij, then he acquires the Asmita Anugat Samadhi state. So this is about the Sampragyat Samadhi. Now remember one thing, when Vichar means a differentiating knowledge. Vichar is basically differentiating knowledge. Now it is a process of investigation, reflection and consideration through which the wandering conjunctural brain is stilled and the sadhaka develops mental depth, acuteness, refinement and subtleness. तो विचार ऐसा है जो आपके अंदर एक दिव्य विचार को जागृत करे, जिसके चलते आपकी बुद्धि शांत हो और आप अपने आत्मस्वरूप में स्थापित हो सकें. सो विचार 2 इज डिवाइडेड इनटू रीजनिंग, सविचार एंड नॉन रीजनिंग, निर्विचार. As the growing body of experiences bring maturity, fulfillment is reached, and a state of bliss or ananda ensures, freeing the sadhaka from the mechanism of study, investigation and fulfillment, and leading him to dwell in self alone. Because once you reach this stage, automatically you feel like staying alone and experiencing, and more sadhana is enjoyed there. So this state is called Asmita Roop Sampragya Samadhi. Thus all the 6 gradations of Sabhi Samadhi, Samadhi with support of the seed, as I told you in the beginning, Savitark, Nirvitark, Savichar, Nirvichar, Ananda and Asmita are explained now. So you have to always remember Sampragyat, where Pragya, your buddhi is involved, or where you are putting your buddhi with the help of an object of meditation. So you will first enter in Savitark, then you will enter in Nirvitark, then Savichar, then Nirvichar, then Anand, then Asmita. Remember, we will go in detail about each and everything in detail later, but to understand the basic, this much information is important for you and sufficient for you. There is a 7th stage of Samadhi which is called Virama Pratyaya, so called Asampragyat Samadhi, and 8th called Dharmik Samadhi or Nirbij Samadhi. So first 6 we have understood, that is Savitark, Nirvitark, Savichar, Nirvichar, then Anand and Asmita. Then next is Viram Pratyaya, which is called Asampragyat Samadhi. Here Sampragyat with Pragya and Asampragyat without Pragya. मतलब संप्रज्ञात का अर्थ है कि जहाँ प्रज्ञा आपकी बुद्धि का इन्वॉल्वमेंट हो रहा है. असंप्रज्ञात जहाँ पर सूक्ष्म ज्ञान जो है आपको डायरेक्टली बिना आपके भौतिक या प्रज्ञा के इन्वॉल्वमेंट के बिना मिल रहा है, जो आपको ध्यान में मिल रहा है डायरेक्टली. सो यू आर गेटिंग योग प्रत्यक्ष प्रमाण. एंड द 8th इज कॉल्ड धर्मिक समाधि और निर्बीज अवस्था. सो वेयर देयर इज नो बीज, ओनली द रियलिटी, ओनली द प्योर कॉन्शियसनेस इज रिवील्ड टू यू. तो इसलिए संप्रज्ञात इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, क्योंकि ये चीज़ वंस यू दिस इज क्लियर, देन ओनली इट विल बी ईजी फॉर यू इन द कमिंग सूत्रस. So Yog Sadhana of Annamaya Kosha and non-attachment to the bodily objects by practicing asanas. So it is very important, if you want to enter or experience a samadhi, the asanas should be practiced for the Annamaya Kosha. Pranayama should be practiced for the Pranamaya Kosha. By the practice of Pratyahar at Pranamaya Kosha, and by the practice of Dharana and the practice of Vitark Bhavana at the Manomaya Kosha. The practice of Vichar Anugat Samadhi at Vijnanamaya Kosha, and rising higher to the Asmitanugat Samadhi at Anandamaya Kosha is achieved by Sampragyat Samadhi by Vivekhyati. So the way you have to attain this state, for the physical body, Annamaya Kosha, asanas, Shuddhi Kriyas, Bandhas, Mudras, all these things are very important. Then for the Pranamaya Kosha, you have to do pranayamas along with the Pratyahar practices. Then Dharana and Dhyan practices of Vitarkanugat stage at Manomaya Kosha have to be practiced. Now the practice of Vicharanugat Samadhi at Vijnanamaya Kosha, because Vijnanamaya Kosha is an analytical stage, or it has got the analytical power. So Vicharanugat Samadhi is very much important, because all the suppressed samskaras or karmic imprints are present there. So if this Vicharanugat Samadhi is not achieved, automatically they will come and disturb you in the deeper level of Samadhi. And then Asmitanugat Samadhi at Anandamaya Kosha, at the Anandamaya Kosha, but this does not stop you here. Asmitanugat Samadhi also is a part of Sabhi Samadhi, so we have to enter in Nirbij Avastha. But this is very important so that you can meditate and that continuation can be achieved with the regular practice. So it is very important that Sampragyat Samadhi or Sabhi Samadhi has to be understood properly. Sabhi Samadhi अगर आप नहीं समझेंगे ठीक से तो आप आगे की चीज़ नहीं समझ पाएंगे. वितर्क क्या है? तर्क के साथ है. यहाँ पर कुतर्क नहीं है, तर्क है जहाँ पर आपके पंचमभौतिक विचार क्या है, थोड़ा और सूक्ष्म ज्ञान, तन्मात्राएं, आनंद एंड अस्मितानुगत होते हुए हर चीज़ किस तरह से अस्मिता में पूरी तरह से प्योर कॉन्शियसनेस में किस तरह से समा जाती है, ये चीज़ हमें समझना है. तो अभी अभी आपने समझा कि 4 स्टेजेस जो हैं कौन कौन से हैं, वितर्क, विचार, आनंद, अस्मिता। इनको अगर हम प्रॉपर तरीके से समझें तो सवितर्क, निर्वितर्क, सविचार, निर्विचार, आनंद, अस्मिता। उसके बाद आता है आपका विराम प्रत्यय, जिसको हम असंप्रज्ञात समाधि कहते हैं। असंप्रज्ञात समाधि, जहाँ पर प्रज्ञा का इन्वॉल्वमेंट नहीं है, एक ग्लिम्स है जो आप अपने अंतर यात्रा में अनुभव करते हैं। और धार्मिक समाधि, जहाँ पर आपके भौतिक बुद्धि का कोई इन्वॉल्वमेंट नहीं होता, केवल दृष्टा और जो दृष्ट है वो दोनों के बीच की बात है। तो धार्मिक समाधि निर्बीज अवस्था है, जो सीधे सीधे समाधि की उच्चतम अवस्था कही जा सकती है। तो ये ध्यान के माध्यम से ही संभव हो सकता है।